And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived at the arena. And before we get going,
Kevin, thanks. Star players move around more than ever, it seems.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. We've got Damian Lillard. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Powell in at the shooting guard. And for the Clippers, Baca is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Now, here is George. Trying to get open is Ibaka. George, no good.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Beverley wide open. His 3-pointers off the mark. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Here's Lillard. They get the rebound. Goes back up. Here's Nurkic. Back to Powell. This one for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Beverley.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now, here's Nurkic. Stolen by Beverley. And here's George for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Nurkic, the pass to Powell. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And here we go. Oh, wow!
The anticipation for the steal, the athleticism on the finish. Paul George is a game changer.
Nurkic against Ibaka. Here's Lillard. Left side Covington. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And Ibaka kicks to Morris. Again, the Clippers.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Shot clock at 6. Powell dishes to Lillard. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. No good on the triple. Clippers leading by 3. Lob pass to George. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Now, here's George, following the missed shot by Nurkic. George, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Back to Leonard. 1:32 left in the first quarter of the game. Free throw line jump shot. Good on the jump shot.
Right there, that is poise of Kawhi Leonard, just taking what the defense gives him.
It's Powell on the wing. Shot to stop the run. Sinks the three-pointer. Powell's got 6.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now here's Leonard from outside the arc. The shot, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Powell finds Lillard. Goes up to the stripe. Count the basket. It's all knotted up.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Now here's Leonard. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first. It's good.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Portland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Powell against George. Powell kicks to Lillard. Over Beverly. And again, it's Portland converting.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And we'll be back shortly for the start. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Anthony, also Rondae Hollis-Jefferson out there. Enes Kanter is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Now, here is Morris. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Kennard against McCollum. Passes to Cannon. Over to the wing. Lots of room. And it's Simons missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson with the foul. That's his first foul. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Kennard for 3. Offensive rebound. Zubac kicks to Kennard. Tipped away. Man passes to Kennard. 6 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. It's McCollum on the wing. Fires for 3. Kanter kicks to Hollis-Jefferson. Back to Kanter. The pass to Hollis-Jefferson. A second chance effort. That one wide left.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Man can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
LA has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
Kennard. They could use a bucket. And it's Zubac laying it in. Zubac has got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Pass to Cannon. Here's Simons. Zubac defending. Goes up at the stripe. Tries again. Kanter kicks to Anthony. McCollum against Kennard. And it's Simons missing for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
A 3 from McCollum. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
And here's Jackson following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen by McCollum. Pass to Simons. Lets it fly. Hollis Jefferson passes to Anthony. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Man. Passes it to Zubats. Right side Jackson. That one goes in.
The way he glides around the court doesn't look like Jackson is moving as fast as he really is.
Now Lillard to the inside. Powell kicks to Nurkic. Over Kennard. Nurkic can't hit. No good. Shot missing. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were always within striking distance. And that should do it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Morris in at the 4 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Here's Lillard after the Clippers pick up 2. Over Beverly. No good off the front iron.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Leonard finds Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock for the lead. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. Powell against George. Back to Lillard for 3. Here's Covington. Nurkic trying to get open.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Covington. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Lillard looking around. Over Beverly. Here's Covington. The shot comes out, so Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Ugly start to this half, hitting just 20% from the field.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. and he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Covington, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
That's just being out of sync, and at the worst time, costly.
Clippers leading by 3. George finds Leonard. A step-back shot here. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter of the game. Outside Leonard. Ibaka. This is to George. Beyond the arc. And Damian Lillard pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Powell, no one around him. Off target from three-point range. Clippers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And Leonard gets it to go.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Beverly against Lillard. And the pass to Powell. Lillard outside. Pass to Nurkic. It's stolen by Morris. Nobody near George. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Wow, defensively, for some reason, they've come out flat here in the second half.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now here's Leonard. 11 points in the game. Out to Ibaka. Takes a shot at the elbow. Trailblazers trail by 4. Left side, Covington. Pass to Powell. Lillard outside. From deep. And that one goes out of bounds. Pass touched by Lillard. And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Jackson. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we've reached the end of the third. Clippers ahead. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got McCollum. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. And so here are the Clippers. And here's Kennard. Got it from 16 feet. Kennard's got his first points in this one.
Extremely fluid on the offensive end. Kennard can score in just about any situation.
Cullen passes to Simons. Feeds it to Kanter. Passes it to Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Charity stripe shot. Rocket 2. Great D that time from Batum. Los Angeles leading by 6. Kennard for 3. And Kanter pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively. And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Now here's Jackson, and he lobs it up toward the rim, and the dunk by Zubac.
And if you're the defender, you have to respect the ability of Jackson to finish. That opens things up for the assist.
Trailblazers trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
McCollum against Kennard. Kicks it out to McCollum. And it's off from 3-point range. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. It's Jackson with the drive. Batum passes to Jackson. It's blocked. There's Hollis Jefferson. McCollum left side. They get it back. Back to Hollis Jefferson. Down low. Here's Anthony. They shoot again. Up again. And the second chance effort by McCollum.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Count it. Good. Jackson's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
Kennard against McCollum. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. McCollum's got 6 here in this quarter.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
.152 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Count that bucket.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Kennard with the ball. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Enes Kanter.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Sharpshooter Kennard is valuable. A guy who stretches the floor and works very hard.
For the Trailblazers, Norman Powell's checked in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson, and Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now here's Lillard. 4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by, and he banks in the layup.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Leonard against Powell. Leonard, no luck. Trailblazers trail by 4. That's a 2 from Lillard. Anthony, the offensive rebound. Lillard outside. From deep 3-point range. No good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Kennard, the pass to Leonard. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Clippers lead by 6. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. From deep. And it's Lillard again missing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Now here is Ibaka. Pulls it from the elbow. Rebounded by McCollum. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard with the ball. Here's Anthony. Good.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
It's in! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, we've got Ibaka. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. And it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3. And here's Beverly. To the paint. 5 on the clock. Here's Leonard. Giannis with some nice D. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And that one drops for him.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Beverly with the ball. Here's Leonard. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Beverly finds George. It's a nice ball movement by the Clippers. It's Ibaka. That time on the assist by George.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Pass to Middleton. Fires from deep. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Morris. The rebound by the Bucks. And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it. The fast break chance. Middleton can't get it to go.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Middleton the pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Giannis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Sometimes it's a real trick bag trying to guard Antetokounmpo. I mean, his skill set and build and length and athleticism draws a ton of fouls.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Outside, George. Pass to Leonard. Back to George. Feeds it to Leonard. Over Middleton. George passes to Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Bucks trail by 4. Holiday surveying the floor. In the corner, Middleton with it. 6 on the shot clock. Lopez kicks to Holiday. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. Lopez against Beverly. Ibaka dishes to Beverly. Back to Ibaka. Pass to Beverly. Now here is George, guarded by Holiday. Here's Ibaka. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
A high percentage look there for Ibaka. He can be automatic in there when given room.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Antetokounmpo passes to Holiday. He kicks it to Lopez. Over Ibaka. And again, the Bucks miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
George, no good. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Holiday. It's hauled in by George.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Leonard, no luck.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
And not entering the league as a natural catch-and-shoot guy, Ibaka certainly has developed this part of his game.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. In the corner, Middleton with it. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Portis, the pass to Teague. Shot clock at 6. Back to Portis. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Jackson. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles with a... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, they've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis, and it's Forbes in at the 2 guard. Portis, the pass to Morrow. And the 3 off target.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Outside Jackson. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
There's the pass to Forbes. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Tucker.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
And that corner three, a cornerstone of P.J. Tucker's game. Takes and makes them as much as anybody in the league.
And, Greg, how about this little factoid? Back at the University of Texas, he only shot 4 triples in 3 seasons. Floor spacing was not a part of his game. It was about getting that thing in the paint. But to his credit, and it's an example for all young players, through hard work, that short corner has become his bread and butter shot. Talk about a total transformation from no threes to being a dead-eye corner 3 shooter.
Here is Forbes. No points in the game yet for him. T kicks to Forbes. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, dictating the action. That's what Forbes does here on the drive. And that's what I tell him to keep doing.
Now Jackson. Kennard for 3. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Forbes. That 3 off the mark. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Kennard for 3. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. Here is Forbes. Here's Portis. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration, even for a nanosecond.
That one good for 2.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Los Angeles leading by 8. Outside Jackson. 1:43 left in the first half. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden. I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on. Now here's Teague. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Portis finds Teague. Right wing. Bucks passing it around. Portis against Zubac. Teague can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Kennard's shot is off.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Yeah, you know, Tucker's a little undersized, but he makes up for it with leaping ability and reach.
And here's Jackson. Throws it up high.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
And so we wrap up the first. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 10. Shaq, what was... And that...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Reggie Jackson out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum, and it's Man in at the 3.
Well, I like the fact that Middleton takes advantage of the mid-range jump shot. When he gets room to pull the trigger from there, he's taking it, and he's almost automatic.
Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Misses the 3. Clippers leading by 10. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Kennard with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The Clippers need to get off a shot. A shot by Batum, no good. And it's the Bucks on the break. There's the feed to Holiday. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the layup's good off the glass.
I like that creativity down in the paint. Antetokounmpo showing you how crafty he can be scoring from there.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Now George. Outside Leonard. Lopez against Ibaka. Back to Leonard. A 3-ball. Los Angeles with another miss.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Middleton can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 8. Leonard attacking, and oh boy, a lot of contact. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And though he's still young, Giannis Antetokounmpo is already elite. I mean, his athleticism and length, really hard to contain.
And so he makes both from the line. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. George looking around. Rebound, Milwaukee. Middleton with it. Leonard picks him up. Lopez kicks to Middleton. Giannis outside. Lopez passes to DiVincenzo. 5 to shoot. Holiday with the 3. Sinks the triple. Holiday's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Clippers leading by 6. Here's Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And Leonard gets it to go.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Beverly against Holiday. Middleton on the wing from downtown. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
51 seconds left to play in the third. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Look at how high George gets off these drives to the hoop. Banging it down with the violence of a madman.
Now here is Holiday. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo throws down the alley-oop slam.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Beverly. Right side, Leonard. In the corner, George with it. From deep three-point range. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds in the game.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
So we're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Clippers lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. And there's Teague, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. Here's Batum. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the inside. Batum grabs the miss. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
And, you know, under the circumstances, that's a good foul. You just can't let him have that throwdown.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Here's T. Here is Forbes. Back to T. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And the dunk by Zubac.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Back to T. That shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Clippers leading by 7. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Kennard, the pass to Zubac. Dishes it to Batum. Back to Zubac. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Passes it to Middleton. 6 to shoot. Launches a 3. The Bucks keep it going. A new 14-second clock. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. Giannis is double. Back to DiVincenzo. Bucks passing it around. And Giannis throws it down.
And it's hard not to commend the calm nature and demeanor of the Greek Freak. I mean, even in pressure situations, Antetokounmpo never seems to get outside of himself or never seems to give in to what the defense is trying to do to disrupt him.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo.
Hey, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league-wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on you.
1:58 left here in the fourth quarter. Kennard on the wing. Defended by DiVincenzo. Batum passes to Zubac. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. 16 feet away. Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. And now they decide to foul intentional.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
Leonard against Middleton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys, just as much in this half as the first.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low. Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
Inside, here's Middleton. It doesn't go for him. Ibaka with some nice D. Leonard with no one around. Offline with his 3.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
He dishes it to Morris. Back to Leonard. 30 seconds left in the fourth. Lets it go from the wing. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through. And the Clippers lead by 9.
An elite scorer in today's game. Leonard is consistent at staying aggressive on the offensive end.
In the corner, Middleton with it. And the Bucks miss again. From deep. And it's Beverly missing. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. Lets it go from deep. So the Clippers with the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but all right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. And the starting lineups have concluded. So, welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. So the Nets starting five. Durant is out there with Griffin. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Brown. And it's Harden in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Harden. The dish to Durant. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. KD's got the opening basket of the game for the Nets. Beverley with the ball. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary. Well, the great ones can do this. When Durant gains an advantage inside, you know he's going to score or he's going to get fouled.
And KD drops them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Ibaka right side. Outside Leonard. Shoots over KD. That misses off the backboard. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Now Griffin good at timing when it is that he leaks out a huge target on the fast break.
Outside Leonard. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Just 5 to shoot. They get it again. Ibaka. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Harden with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Offensive rebound. A shot by Harden. Wide open. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
George against Brown. George passes to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Beverley. Ibaka's got his second basket.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
takes the 13-footer, and that one is good.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here is George. Three-pointer. Leonard kicks to George. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Now Paul George ready to shoot as soon as he caught it. Quick release there.
And here's Harden. Outside Durant. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Let this be a reminder, when you're going up for a shot, it's always important to know where Kawhi Leonard may be lurking.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Clippers trail by 5.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
That free throw, no good. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Irving passes to Claxton. 1:04 left to play in the first quarter. Dinwiddie with the bucket. And it's the Clippers with the ball, trailing by 5. Now Jackson. The pass to Kennard. There's the triple. Good on the triple.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Jackson against Irving. Over Jackson. Irving can't hit.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Now here's Jackson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And Luau Cabarro is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. 19 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Check out the vision from Jackson. Doesn't have to make the flashy play, just wants to make the right play.
Dinwiddie outside. Here's Claxton, and that one is hammered home.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Nets lead by 2. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about others setting him up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Irving. Green is out there with Luau, and it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Yeah, I feel like he uses the dribble to set up his rhythm for the mid-range shots like that one. Kyrie knocks another in.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Dinwiddie with the steal. And now the fast break, Irving with the ball, and it's Green with the jam.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Kennard on the wing. They get it back. Back to Zubac. Left side, Batum. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. Right side, Irving. Up and in on the layup. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Jackson with it. Defended by Dinwiddie. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Kennard. Irving against Jackson. Irving kicks to Green. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. The 3 from Harden. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. Kennard, the pass to Batum. Over Durant, and Batum kicks to Kennard. Jacks up a 3. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Beverly looking around. Outside, George.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Harden outside. Pass to Griffin. There's the lob to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. George against Brown. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. In the corner, Ibaka with it. Just 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Morris, no good.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Harden. And it falls over the rim and in. Now it's a 6-point Brooklyn lead.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Ibaka outside. Back to Beverly. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on James Harden.
I feel like Beverly plays sort of this out of control chaos game, and it gets the defense to get sloppy. They did so there.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Harden kicks to KD. Jordan dishes to KD. From the top of the key. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And a close game so far through the... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to... Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Their biggest advantage of the period was 7. And that's... a
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Ibaka. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. Harden finds Griffin. Harden outside. Clock at 6. Durant in the corner.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look. Good chance to see Paul George hurts that time.
Harden surveying the D. Over Beverly. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Pass to Jordan. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Clippers trail. Now here's Beverly. Outside, George. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Here's Durant. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play.
What's up?
Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And he has gotten stronger. Durant's been able to do this with more regularity. Powers through for the bucket. Gets a chance to tack on another point at the free throw line.
That's good from Durant. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Irving attacking from the line, and the jumper falls for him. Irving's got 6.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
George looking around. Got it. Good job in the low post. 10 points for him.
He does a lot of work on the perimeter, but don't let Paul George fool you. He can finish inside.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Irving kicks to Dinwiddie. Jackson against Irving. Shot clock at 5. Picked him clean. Outside, Batum. Makes it off the glass. And it's now only a 1-point Nets lead.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Irving passes to Claxton. Here's Green. 6 on the shot clock. Plays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I know Kyrie is not the biggest guy on the floor, but he is built to take that kind of contact.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Jackson passes to Mann. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Brooklyn leading by 3. 54 seconds left to play here in the third. On its way from Irving for 2. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Dinwiddie passes to Irving. To the middle. It's tipped. Stolen by Zubac. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Man, they grabbed their own miss.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in. Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Green passes to Irving. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
And we just finished the third quarter, and it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. So for Brooklyn now, Griffin is out there with Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Durant, and it's Brown in at the 2-guard spot. Shot clock at 6, and they call an illegal screen here.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Leonard on the wing. To tie it up. And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. Fires at the elbow. And he hits the jump shot. Leonard's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Clippers. Harden against Beverly. It's Harden with the drive. Outside for Durant. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Top of the key jumper, no good. Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. Poked loose. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. It's a 1-point game.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Nobody near Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Ibaka right side. Outside, George. To tie it up. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
He's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Harden with it. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Down low and stolen by Jordan. Morris kicks to Beverly. Outside, George. To take the lead. Bullseye. George has got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
In the corner, it's Griffin. Back to Harden. The 19-foot shot. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got 3 assists in the game. George passes to Leonard. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Back to George. 6 to shoot. And there's the feed to Ibaka. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Brooklyn called for the foul.
And this is where Ibaka is becoming a little more savvy. Just catches the defense off guard. All they can do at that point is foul.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Durant down low. He's covered by Leonard.
And he sort of had that look in his eyes. Durant staying cool in a clutch moment.
LA has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. George finds Leonard. First free throw is good, and that gives them the lead. Kyrie Irving is checked in for the Nets. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 2-point ball game.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
Outside Durant fires the 3. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Passes to Leonard. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Now, quiet is Kawhi Leonard, but don't let that mistake itself for a lack of competitiveness. He has that desire and drive to continue to get better.
There's a minute left to play in the final quarter. Here's KD. That one, no good. Great D that time from Leonard. Ring shot on the way. Irving against George. And Ibaka kicks to Beverly. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here's Harden. No good that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. George against Irving. Outside, George. He feeds it to Morris. That one off the back iron and out. Timeout called the Nets. They're down by 1. 5 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
And this is it, guys. Down 1. They've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. What do you think, guys?
And they have just enough time for a catch and shoot here. It has to be an immediate shot, though. That's their only hope.
Ball's knocked loose, and so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the Volk and the Clippers starting five. We've got Marcus Morris, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Ibaka in at the 5. And for the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Covington in at the 4. Now, here's Lillard. The feed now to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Covington dishes to Powell. Back to Covington. It's stolen by Morris. Nobody near George. It's good from long range.
And I love the floor spacing George gives you. His range seems to extend a little every year.
Powell, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Powell. Pass to Nurkic. He kicks to Lillard. Shot from the wing. Bucket is good.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
And so Beverley will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. In the corner, George with it. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverley, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Lillard, right side. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. 5 on the clock. Over Beverley. And the shot is long.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
And it's Leonard missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Offensive rebound. Here's Nurkic. Good on the 7-footer.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive board.
George looking over the floor. Passes it to Ibaka. Leonard against Jones. Leonard kicks to Ibaka from the arc. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
To the paint, stolen by Beverly. Here's Leonard. No good on that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Portland trailing here. Lillard outside. And there's the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. It's stolen by Morris.
Intelligent defense. He reads the play. Gets himself in the perfect position to come up with the steal.
And now Portland on the break. And Covington with the basket on the assist by Nurkic.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Jones against Beverly. Outside Leonard. And the Clippers miss again. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Pass to Powell. 1:11 left to play in the first quarter. Chalk up 2 there. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. George passes to Ibaka. Back to George. Outside Leonard. Lays it up off the glass.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Powell, the pass to Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. Feeds to Jones. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Up again. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 6.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. The shot by George, no good. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard with the ball. A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 5.
But look at how quickly Lillard leaps out of transition. He wants to run down the throat of the deep, burn him in the open floor.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Trailblazers lead by 5. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked to...
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Portland. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And the 3 ball is good.
The range of Kennard's shot just keeps getting better. He's a real threat at the arc.
McCollum outside. Over Kennard. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's man. Covered by Hollis-Jefferson. Zubac. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
That's just a product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Anthony kicks to McCollum. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Kanter has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
On the wing, Jackson. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Back to McCollum. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a goal out of his team.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. McCollum outside. Over Kennard. And again, it's Portland converting.
And Simon's a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
Tries it from 19, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Now it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead. And here's Jackson. He's got 6. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. .136 left in the first half of the game. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Outside Anthony. 5 to shoot. And it's Anthony with the jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Batum, good.
Oh, as good as he is at creating his own shot, Kennard is also a solid distributor. Doesn't miss the open man when he spots him.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Shoots the 3. Trailblazers keep it alive. Cantor against Zubac. Near the 3-point line, it's McCollum. And again, it's Portland converting.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him.
29 seconds left in the second quarter. There's Jackson with the 3. Batum finds Kennard. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Kennard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
Now here's McCollum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Even though he's undersized, McCollum is just a tenacious scorer. He's a confident shooter that can catch fire quickly.
And so McCollum nails both of them. And so that brings the first half to a close. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. And
we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Kennard. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's man in at the 3. Clippers trail by 6. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Mann's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Clippers. Lillard against Jackson. It's Powell on the wing. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. It's stolen by Jones. Covington kicks to Lillard. Back to Covington. Passes it to Nurkic. Dishes it to Jones. Over Ibaka. Jones, no luck.
They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their fourth miss in 5 attempts.
We had a nice open look right there. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Three-pointer, Lillard. That one doesn't go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
He feeds it to Jones. Back to Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. The pass to Covington. Kicks to Powell. Drills the three-pointer. Powell's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
And here's George for 3. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
He thought he could snake over the top on that one, but that play more often than not gets called.
Inside, it's stolen by Ibaka. One-on-one fast break. Shot from 16. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Well, until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
Lillard misses.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team. Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard with no one around. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Lillard's got 7 points in the game. Clippers trail by 8. Morris outside. Leonard on the wing. Wide open. And he hits the jump shot. 6 points for Kawhi Leonard.
A true go-to option on offense. Leonard knows this team depends on him to take and make those big shots.
Here's Powell. 8 points for him. Lillard fires away from way outside. From beyond the arc and then some. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
That gives him 2 3-pointers for the game. 1 in each half. I mean, he may add to that total pretty soon.
Here's George. And then George with the jam.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. Launches it. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 10-point game. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by Covington.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Comfortable shooting from many different angles. Nurkic, he knows his team counts on him to capitalize from there.
Beverly with the ball. Now the feed to Morris. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
and that's why you don't let them get positioned deep in the post.
Well, just too big of a threat down there. I mean, he has a number of go-to moves at his disposal.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Right back after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, how about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Ennis Cantor. Anthony is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. 2 free throws coming up, and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Sharon Lewis, who talked to the team. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Here's Mann. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Ennis Cantor. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how about Kobe going to the Lakers, McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
There's the lob to the hoop, and Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Sometimes it's easy to forget what an unreal athlete Batum is. Extraordinary at timing on these alley-oops.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Kept alive.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And Leonard has it in the corner. The tray. Beverly finds Morris. Now here's Leonard. Defense right on him. Knocked loose. Taken away by Anthony. Hollis Jefferson passes to Cantor. McCollum outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McCollum's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers. The Clippers shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Leonard with the ball. Hollis Jefferson's there. Leonard inside. Covered by Hollis Jefferson. Second chance shot. Pass to George. Shot clock at 6. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And, you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. Takes the 3. He can't hit that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Morris kicks to Leonard. Back to Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Outside, George lets it go with the 3. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
McCollum against Beverly. Pass to Lillard. The three. The Clippers grab the miss.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You really admire how fierce Morris is on the glass. He never gives up on keeping the next possession alive.
And Lillard gets double teamed. George with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game. Trailblazers leading by 9. Now Lillard to the inside. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Lillard. McCollum's got 7 now in this quarter.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Trailblazers.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Lillard.
He had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end. He was a complete package.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Puts up a 3. A shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Oh, well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but it just wasn't enough.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And so it's Portland winning this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the center. Now here's Beverley. Outside, George. No good from outside. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Poked away, stolen by George, and they're pushing it up. Leonard with the ball, and Holiday picks him up defensively. George passes to Leonard. No one near him. And the rebound goes to Lopez. To the middle, DiVincenzo finds Giannis. Count that one.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Now, here's George. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Good on the shot.
Well, just solid work in the painted area. Paul George, quality look, excellent decision.
Beverly against Holiday. Inside, it's stolen by Morris. Down low, here's Leonard. Back to Beverly. Out to Morris. A 3 from Leonard. Rebounded by the Bucks. And Middleton with a clear path to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And good to see the hustle from Middleton here. He's a good partner to have on the break, and he's quick to get up the court.
In the corner, George with it. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. George has got his second bucket.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here is Holiday. Back to Middleton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
George against DiVincenzo. Pass to Ibaka from past the arc. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duo.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's George. And Beverly kicks to George. The putback. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Bucks. It's a 3-point game. Middleton dishes to Holiday. No good with the wing jumper.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Leonard, no luck.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Here's Giannis, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Giannis has got 8.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. George against DiVincenzo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
See, I don't think you can teach that. Paul George going right into contact. You love that aggressiveness.
He hits both from the stripe.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Outside Holiday. Middleton outside. Back to Holiday. It's stolen by Morris. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Now, you have got to give Paul George so much respect. He's just amazing at drawing contact when he's shooting.
And George drops them both. 6 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Teague deciding where to go with it. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Bucks. We've got Teague. Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Connaughton in at the 3 spot. Now, here is George. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Here's Batum. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Here's Teague. He hits Portis atop the key. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Connaughton passes to Portis. The shot missing. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Pass to George. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. George has got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. Here's Connaughton. Tucker the pass to Connaughton. Back to Tucker. It's tipped. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. Los Angeles leading by 9. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And Cousins kicks to Kennard. And that one, good.
Well, you love it. DeMarcus Cousins drawing the defensive attention and still has the court awareness to make the play.
And here is Teague. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Now the pass to Forbes. Now here's Tucker. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Batum. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Now Jackson. Up top, Batum. Back to Jackson. Clock at 6. Passes it to Mann. He dishes it to Jackson. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Middleton. And the Bucks miss again. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Now here's Jackson. And he lays it straight in. And the Clippers lead by 13.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Holiday. Back to Giannis. Batum with the ball. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. From deep, George. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
You know this, if you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
Now here's Leonard. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first half. And it's good off the back rim and in. Leonard's got 6.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Beverly looking around. There's the 3. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverly. He's got 9.
He's starting to heat up now. He's been much more efficient with the shot in this quarter than in the first.
Giannis kicks to Holiday. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And you see Middleton on the perimeter a lot, but he's really been trying to add strength to that 6'8" frame so he can mix it up a little more inside.
And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career, much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
Now here's Leonard. Kicks it to Morris. Over on Antetokounmpo. Morris, no good.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Back to DiVincenzo. From deep three-point range, Leonard. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 10 points, 2 steals, and
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ibaka. And it's George in at the shooting guard.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now here is George. 10 points for him. Can't hit from in close. Feeds it to Giannis. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Here's George. And that one, good. George has got 12.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now the Clippers moving it up. He lobs it up. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that, more than anything, allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Milwaukee keeping it alive. A new 14. That one goes. Count it.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Here's Beverly. Left side, Leonard. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
Yeah, easy call for the officials. Sometimes I think you can reach over without making contact, but that was not one of those times.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Los Angeles leading by 14. Pass to Kennard. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Kennard's got his second basket of the game.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Connaughton. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Connaughton's got his first points of the game.
Well, a point guard must understand window of opportunity, and Jeff Teague specializes in exactly that.
Kennard with the ball. Picked up by Portis. Here's Cousins. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And here is Teague. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And it's Cousins with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. The shot's good from Forbes.
You know, that an area where Tucker continues to improve, making the extra pass.
Now Jackson. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant one foul.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. And so Jackson nails both of them.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Kennard, the pass to Batum. And finally they hit one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Teague. Here's Connaughton. The dish to Forbes. No good on the three. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-6 run. The pass to Mann. Three-pointer. Can't hit that one. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Here's Teague. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Jackson with it. Passes to Kennard. Off target with his three. It'll count. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the...
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll return shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Giannis the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his first foul. The three from George. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
You have got to be aware of Paul George. He is a knockdown shooter from deep.
Bucks trail by 17. Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. Middleton outside. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Leonard kicks to Ibaka. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And the Clippers lead by 19. Here's Giannis. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Outside, George shoots. Rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Beverly against Holiday. Lets the three fly. Knocks down the 3 ball.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
George with no one around. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now here's Middleton. And Holiday has it in the corner. For the 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
George passes to Ibaka. Leonard with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. And here's George for 3. Ibaka, no luck.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And that one's good, George.
You've got to be prepared on the catch to release quickly, and Paul George does that as well as anyone in the league.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. Dishes to Lopez. Middleton outside. 5 on the clock. DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. From outside, off the mark.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Stolen by Middleton. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Drew Holiday.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And Antetokounmpo swings it in.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Right side, George fires from the wing. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And it's Milwaukee's ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Antetokounmpo with the ball. It's Ibaka picking him up. The shot by Middleton. Wide open. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. From deep. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
That shot misses. Middleton for 3. Not going to go that time. And so Los Angeles takes the win. They came in here and took care of David. Thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. The traffic in New York City. And with Greek.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Baca is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1. And for Brooklyn, we've got Jordan. Harden out there with Brown. And it's Durant. And it's Griffin in at the 4 slot. Now, here's Beverly. Leonard on the wing. Over Jordan. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Outside Durant. Left side Jordan. Back to Durant. Over Leonard. Here's Jordan. And that one is off. Some solid defense from Ibaka.
0 for 3 now in the early going. Just a little bit out of sync. A beautiful bounce pass on the deck. He put it only where his man could get it.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain. Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Beverly against Harden. Jordan, the pass to Harden. Back to Jordan. It's stolen by Ibaka. To the inside. And it's George finishing it off.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
He gets it in there.
And the lid comes off the basket. After 4 straight misses, they finally get one.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. George with no one around. And a miss there on the triple. Nets have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. It's good.
Could have easily been an and one. Durant finishing through the bump.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. They lead by 4. Outside Leonard. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there? It just gets to the rack really easy.
Harden way outside. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Clippers leading by 6. Here's Morris. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Harden against Beverly. Jordan. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And he recovers it. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. 1:44 left in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's KD. Buried from 15 feet out.
That's easy money for KD. He's always had great touch from the mid-range.
Morris outside. Fires the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Harden the pass to Jordan. Harden surveying the D. Here's the 3. No good from Durant.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. Leonard on the wing. High post to Ibaka. George passes to Leonard. In the air. A wide open look here for Ibaka. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Now, here is Irving. From about 19 feet, the rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Open shot, George. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. In transition, here come the Nets. And a wide open look for Irving. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Out in transition, Kyrie finds his spot down the court. Finishes the job.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. No good on the last second attempt there. And that does it for the first quarter. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 5. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And recently kept...
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Kennard is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's man in at the 3 spot. And here's Jackson following the 3-pointer by Kyrie Irving. It's stolen by Green. And oh, here we go. Harris, nobody back. Yep, it counts.
And that's such good work to make this a 1-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Jackson against Irving. Jackson drives in. Pass to Cousins. Rebound, Brooklyn. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. Here's Irving. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Irving's got 8 points.
Sometimes I think Kyrie likes to get contact, probably because he can still finish through it.
And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move, but isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Here's Irving following the score by Reggie Jackson. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
Cousins inside. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
If you thought that was an easy score for DeMarcus, you're right. He has endless moves to work with in the painted area.
Now, here is Irving. Trailing by 4. Green finds Irving. The 19-foot shot. Back to Green. Nets passing it around. Clock at 6. Shot, high post. And the shot falls short this time. Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Kennard's shot is off. And for Brooklyn, their shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. Irving's shot is good.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Kennard on the wing. Lays it up off the glass. Kennard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
There's the pass to Dinwiddie. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And the dunk by Jackson.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Now here's Irving. And the rejection by Cousins.
He is so reliable. DeMarcus making a play and making it look easy.
Brooklyn making some changes. Durant for three. Jordan, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Jackson finds Batum. No good with the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Harden the pass to Durant. Back to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Knows where everybody is. If there's an open man, Durant's going to find him.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Kennard. Takes a three. And it's Griffin with the rebound. The Nets have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. But they recover it. Brown dishes to Durant. The kick out to Brown. Durant down low. And KD throws it down.
Aggressive move by KD. It gives this team a different attitude when he's attacking the rim.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They did give up a couple baskets more. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
He's been vital to spacing the floor for them. Makes everything else you want to do easier to accomplish.
They've got Griffin down out there with Harden. And it's Durant. And it's Jordan in at the center. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Leonard inside. Guarded by KD. Can't connect from short range.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle. And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber. No question he got bumped on that shot.
The Clippers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
He's an NBA champion and Finals MVP in 2014. Kawhi continues to impact the game at the highest level.
And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets. And Leonard has it in the corner. Off target from outside. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention four-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. No stopping him there. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
In terms of drawing fouls, Griffin is one of the best we have in the NBA.
A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Harden kicks to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. Brown outside. Beverly against Harden. Here's Jordan. Back to Brown. Pass to Durant. The three. Drops in the tray. Durant's got 9 points.
And how about the perseverance offensively? I mean, following up the missed shot, and that results in second and third opportunities.
Leonard with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. Leonard draws the double. Oh, Moore's in position. Makes it off the glass.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Beverly against Harden. Brown outside. Back to Harden. Over Beverly. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. And still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
Irving surveying the floor. To the paint. Claxton the pass to Irving. Over Beverly. Irving can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 11. Up top, Leonard. Guarded by Harris. Beyond the arc. Ibaka the pass to Leonard. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Attacking, trying to get good looks. Give Kawhi credit. He finds one.
Irving against Beverly. The shot's good from Irving. Irving's got 13.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Nets lead by 11. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. Irving passes to Harris. Outside Irving. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nets lead by 10.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Claxton the pass to Irving. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Dinwiddie finds Irving. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Here's Dinwiddie. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Clippers trail by 10. Jackson with it. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. 6 to shoot for 3. And no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Irving kicks to Dinwiddie. Back to Irving. Elbow shot. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got his 4th rebound in this one.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead. The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Irving passes to Claxton. The Nets working the ball around now. Out to Harris. Inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
And here's Jackson. Kennard on the wing. Dishes to Batum. And the layup's good off the glass.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Irving against Jackson. Outside Irving. Dinwiddie finds Irving. Jeff Green on the wing. No good from outside. Clippers trail by 8. Batum with the ball. Now Green defending, and he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And George kicks to Morris. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
I guess even he took this one of those once in a while.
Griffin trying to get open. Harden can't hit. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Ibaka, and it's off the back rim, no good.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Now Kevin Durant. Puts up a 3, drills it from outside.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
George looking over the floor. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And George drops them both. And here's Brooklyn. 9-point game. Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out. Here is Durant. From deep three-point range, that one no good.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. Might not always.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Thank you.